Hi you guys, this is my mother's channel. This is Beauty with Love, and this is Leah Love.
Hi you guys, so glad you joined us for this fun and funky Halloween impromptu video. Daughter has a Halloween party to go to, and we really didn't know what to have her dress as, and this was kind of spontaneous when it came to Halloween costumes, so this is what we started and ended up with. It's our version on the funny and cute little scarecrow. She has a plaid shirt on, which she borrowed from her father, and a tank top underneath because she is 15, and she has bell bottoms on and sneakers. Very fun impromptu costume, and just stick around and you'll see how we created it. Okay, so to get started today, we're going to go ahead and use the Smashbox Photo Finish Redness Reducer Primer because she does have some texture and some redness. We always want to put on primer first. And just take a good amount. Remember, it's not going to dye your face green. It's just going to wash out some of the redness in your skin. And plus, she is acneic prone skin, so this really does help to not clog her pores, which you don't want to do, and you just want to go ahead and help to cut down on that redness, add some smoothness. And today we will be using the Tarte Shape Tape Hydrating Foundation, and this is in the shade Light Neutral to help balance out any red in her skin tone. Because she is my daughter, I am using the spoolie on her, or the applicator on her, but if it was a client, I would definitely not. And we're just going to go ahead and start blending in. Okay, and we're going to be using the Incognito Mega Last Wet n Wild Concealer. It's an all-day full coverage concealer, and this is in the shade Light Honey. Go ahead and look up. And I'm just going to add just a little bit under her eyes. Using my Real Techniques, this is the Deluxe Crease Brush. You guys see me use this a lot when I'm blending in concealer. To just kind of spread this around. Close your eyes. And I'm dusting it over her eyes to dust out any blue veins. Everybody has them, even 15-year-olds. And then I'm going to take my Camo Concealer Blending Sponge by e.l.f. and just patting that in. And to set this down, I'm going to go ahead and use the Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder by Too Faced, and today we are going to just add a little extra underneath the eyes to start. Go ahead and look up. Remember to make sure that you do this after you have just patted it down and blended it, because this way you're going to stop any creasing. Now after I have done that, you can see that it's set it down and it's even caused a blurring effect to her under eyes. Now I'm going to take the exact same setting powder and take my It Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush in number 14, the ones that I use so very much, and I'm going ahead and using the same powder. I'm going to take it over here so I'm not dusting it in her face and tapping off any extra per usual. Go ahead and close your eyes, and I'm dusting this over. We didn't lay down a lot of foundation, but we still want to set it down so that she doesn't end up having caking and cracking and running down her face, because she does have a bit more oilier skin because of her acne. We have been working on clearing that up. It doesn't change her personality or the way she looks. She's still beautiful. This is my Wander Beauty Trip for Two blush and bronzer palette. The blush is called Daiquiri and the bronzer is called Tulum. We're going to dip into this blush because we want really rosy cheeks for this. I'm going to grab my Luxie 514 blush brush just go ahead and dip in on this. And I'm going to have her smile with her cheeks so those apples show. And we're going to go ahead and go right over those apples. And I'm going to go ahead and dip into the more orangey Wet n Wild blush. This is from their Halloween collection. It smells like pumpkin spice. If you guys remember seeing me in a previous video, I kept smelling it because I couldn't figure out what it smells like. It smells like pumpkin spice because it is a little pumpkin, and the name of it is called Let's Get Smashed. I'm going ahead and taking my IT Cosmetics Flawless Flower Powder Brush, the one that looks like the rose. I'm going to go ahead and blend a little bit down her nose so she doesn't feel so bright, because I know she's thinking that. Smile a little bit. On here, you'll see in pictures that the lights do wash you out. So things that aren't as bright on the actual camera are quite bright in real life, and since she's going to a real party, we can't have her feeling a little bit uncomfortable. Now, because she has that down already, go ahead and close your eyes. I'm going to hit her with some Make It Last Original Milani Setting Spray. Eyes shut, and here it comes. And I'm going to go ahead and just fan her a little bit. You're going to go ahead and put some NYX the Brow Glue into her brows just to hold them. We're not doing much to her brows, but anyways, she has very full brows anyways, luckily, unlike me. We just want them to kind of stay in place. And as always, taking the side and laminating them down some so they stay in place, just like that. I'm shopping my stash, and this is the Morphe by James Charles palette. I have never, ever, ever used this, and my daughter was like, what? You've never used this? And here is the wording and all the names. I'm taking that out because I'm not going to be able to use that while I'm doing this. I will just point to the colors. I'm going to be circling in this vicinity right here for her orange. Go ahead and hold this for me. It's always nice when you have someone who's going to hold something for you. And I'm not putting down any extra primers because I'm just going to go ahead and dust it over. We're not doing anything like very precise yet. Just right over her brows, just ever so slightly. Taking that bright orange. This is kind of going to be like the blurred effect that we had in the finale. I'm tapping off any extra. Close your eyes. Bringing it down through her eyes. Just right down the center of her eyes. Open up and look up. And taking it right down the center right here. Very nice and pigmented palette. It seems to work very well even without primer. Doing a little patting action here. Again, patting and then kind of swiping it down. Don't need geometry to do this. Okay, as you can see, she has a little bit of orange. Okay. I'm going to take the orange that's right next to that. It has a little bit of a reddish tone to it, and I'm going to go ahead and dust that across her nose. Go ahead and hold that. And I know I took all the red out of her nose and I'm putting it back. That's fine. No, you're not going to look like Rudolph. And then I'm going to take this little packing brush. Remember, I never had the number to this. This is by Morphe. It was in a collection, but I'm sure Morphe has it. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this blue right here and kind of bounce these two together and create that little patch on the side of her face. Go ahead and hold that. Tilt your head sideways like that, chin up. She's kind of used to me being bossy, so I can kind of boss her around with how I'm doing this. And I'm just drawing the smallest little square, not the smallest, but a small little square on the side of her face, like that. Take a new brush, same collection, as you can see, same collection, just don't know the name of the brush, but it's more flat, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and dip into probably these two purples right here and add the other little patch that goes right below it. Shake off any extra, and we're just going right over it. And we're going to add some details to it, because she's like right now has no idea what's going to happen. Okay, first we're going to do our little patches here. Go ahead and draw around the purple first. Very easy little square. Then we're going to add the little stitches. This is the LA Girl Line Art Matte Eyeliner, which is very much like what would be a graphic eyeliner. Any eyeliner, really, liquid eyeliner, you can probably use as a graphic liner. They just have to have a really good point. And I am just changing up the stitches here and there so that they can give more of a cutesy vibe of the stitches. If you run out of ink, just wipe it on the back of your hand. Chances are it has just picked up some of the eyeshadow. And we're just going to go ahead and grab the Classic Felt Tip Liner by Ulta Beauty, and this is in the shade Black. You want them to have that little faded look like they do, a little messy. And face forward. Now we're going to go ahead and do her nose. Now remember, if you're a makeup artist and you're doing someone's face, you want to have like a padding or protection so that your oils don't transfer to their faces. And you're going to draw it in whatever shape that you want to draw it in. There's no real reasoning to it. As you can see, now it's starting to come together. And now I'm going to grab the tattoo liner by KVD Beauty in Mad Max Brown, which is number 20. And we're just going to go ahead and continue drawing. I like changing out the colors because it gives a little bit more personality to the costume. I'm going to go ahead and got to make sure that everything's dry. And you want to go like this. Draw a little kind of triangle over her head, over her brows, not her head. Make sure they don't smile, because otherwise you move your hand. Keep them frowning. Don't make jokes. This is my spooky kid. She likes to watch spooky stuff with me. We compare different shows and what she likes to watch. She gives me ideas. I give her ideas. It's fun. Again, I'm drawing in the stitches, making them completely random. And we're going to go ahead. One is a little longer than the other. And we're just going to go ahead and add those stitches. Remember, scarecrows are very much like patchwork. They were just borrowed clothes and, well, not borrowed, I would say salvaged clothes, because you didn't give them back if you put them on a scarecrow. And the scarecrow was just, had hay shoved in it. They were meant to make the crows think that there was somebody out there. So you can see how she's starting to look like she is stitched together. Now, I'm going to go ahead and extend the outsides of her mouth ever so slightly. She's a happy scarecrow. And we're just going to do these little stitches. This time I'm going to add them right at the end, like, oh yeah, they close that side off. I'm going to go ahead and grab the brush that I used to do the orange that was on her nose. And this is the brush that, you know, again, has no number. And I'm going to just go ahead and tap this a little bit in, a little bit more, to make sure that we have most of it filled in. You don't have to have it all filled in. And I'm just taking this brush, and I had cleaned it off on my BH Cosmetics brush cleaner little sponge thing. And I'm going to take my James Charles palette. This is a big old thing. And I'm going to dip into that orange again and just lightly tap it up and bring it up to her hairline right here, just so it looks cohesive, because, you know, that's what we're going for in this look. Cohesion. Not really. Remember, if you're just throwing together a look, I'm going to do one on my smallest daughter. Is a kitty cat, and it's really super easy to do. I mean, in fact, you can get like the headband and everything from the dollar store, and I'm going to show you that one as well. That's what's fun about having kids. You can do all kinds of makeup on them. As you can see, that just adds a little bit of a cute little continuation of her eyes and stuff. Close your eyes, please. Thank you. I'm just going to buff a little bit more over her eyes, not really trying to coat the entire eyelid perfectly, just kind of adding to it. Just a little bit here and there, again with the James Charles palette. Okay, open your eyes and take a look. There we go. She looks very cute, and I'm going to take that same orange. I'm going to dust it just at the very edges of her mouth, because we're going to put some lipstick on. Because, you know, even though she's a scarecrow, she's got to have some cute lipstick. Okay, and I just used the e.l.f. Makeup Remover Cleansing Cloths on her lips to kind of take off any extra that might have been on there, like extra foundation, any kind of extra makeup, or even any kind of loose skin or anything like that, that helped to smooth out her lips so that when you do the next application of the lipstick. This is the Kylie Jenner Liquid Lipstick in Rad, and it's kind of an orangey color. I thought it would be really cute with this look. She's going to go ahead and tilt her head and look at me. She's got beautiful full lips, stuff most people pay to get. Okay, to edge out some of her lip line here, I'm going to go ahead and take the Incognito Mega Last Wet n Wild All Day Full Coverage Concealer. Again, this is in the shade Light Honey, and I just put some on the back of my hand. Remember, always clean hands. And I'm just taking this little edging brush by Morphe. Again, it belongs to that same little family that has no numbers. I use them all the time. If you see this little group at Ulta or wherever, you know, pick it up. I love it. And I'm going to go ahead and just edge out the line of her lips. This is also a great way to keep your lipstick from running. Blend it out. We're going to grab our little Camo Concealer Blender and carefully blend it out. Be careful not to touch the lipstick, because you don't want it to actually, go ahead and touch your head up. You don't want it to blend into it, because then you'll have this weird pink concealer weirdness look underneath your lips. Okay, and since we have her lipstick on, it's all edged out and everything. cute look. Everything's pretty much done, but we want to have a little bit of mascara. I mean, she's got some lips on, looking cute. A cute scarecrow. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and curl her lashes.
What the heck is happening?
She doesn't usually curl her lashes, so this is new to her. Look up.
Oh my god, my eye's watering.
She's so funny. And remember, and she's got such beautiful, luscious lashes too. Why do all my kids get all this fantastic stuff? Like, now look at the difference in your lashes.
Oh my god, that felt weird.
Look at your lashes. A curl.
Fun.
And I'm going to go ahead and do this eye as well. All right, now she is going to go ahead and put mascara on herself. This is the Essence Get Big Lashes, and it's 3 triple black, which is fantastic. She's just going to go ahead and use my camera as her mirror.
Oh wow.
See the difference?
Oh wow. This mascara is like in your face.
Yes, and it's also because we curled your lashes.
Oh, I've never done that before.
When curling your lashes, it actually opens up your eyes and gives you more of that, like, doe-eyed. I can't explain it really. It just makes your eyes look bigger, and it's very flattering. This mascara is really, really good. It is triple black, and it owns its own. When you put it on your lashes, it makes them look gorgeous. Okay, and this is the final look. Her cute little piggy tails and her plaid shirt, her bell bottoms, not bell bottoms, and her shoes, and her makeup. It was a really easy and fun look to create for her little costume party that she's going to. And so yeah, if you guys like this video and enjoyed watching me paint up my daughter, go ahead and hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And right next to the subscribe button is the notification bell. And yeah, don't forget, makeup can cover up a whole lot of things, but if you're not beautiful on the inside, it's gonna show. Love you guys.